What's up, guys? Micah here from Soap to Sauce. Today, we're going to be going over a very interesting site, and we're going to talk about how to do competitor research on dropshipping sites, and this will apply to various people selling on Shopify and Amazon, FBA, all that good stuff. So we're going to dive into a company that I think is extremely interesting, and it's interesting is because of the timing. All right, so this is a company that I've been tracking. They've been selling masks for the coronavirus. I think that this company basically came online about, it looks like it came online exactly 2 months ago. So right around end of December, coronavirus started picking up traction somewhere in January, kind of middle of January. It is now almost the middle of February. And I'll dive into the SimilarWeb kind of details here in a second. But what's really interesting about this company is just how much they're selling these these masks for. So when I first found them, they were selling literally masks for. I mean, you can see the pricing right here. This is a pallet pretty much, and they're selling for 30,000. They're selling 240 for 1,200. Here's something that's just absolutely insane to me. This face shield right here is $250. And it's one box of face masks. That's $25 per face mask with this little plastic shield that kind of goes over the top. That's absolutely like bananas pricing. And the even crazier thing is about this is I've been actually tracking these guys since they first launched, and I've actually been watching them sell out. So these two products were added today. They basically had a page that basically looked like they just had these images and they didn't have any information there. So it looks like they're actually editing new masks from probably a different supplier. And so we're going to be looking into that. I also kind of want to go through their SimilarWeb. So basically, when I'm doing competitor research, the very first thing I want to determine is how much traffic they're getting, where they're getting their traffic from, how old is the business, are they running ads, where are they running the ads, and I just kind of want to get a bird's eye view, and then I usually dive in from there. And to do that, just kind of get a start on this, and you can get the paid version of this. I'm using the free version. It's similarweb.com. There's a couple other sites like this. But this will kind of tell you how old the site is, like how long it's been around, how much traffic is getting, where the traffic's coming from. You can see the traffic's mostly coming from the United States, a little bit from China, Australia, Canada. And also you can see down here, you can see where they're getting their traffic from. So obviously how I found them was through paid traffic, Google AdWords, and you can see kind of their top paid keywords right here. And if you really wanted to dive, and I'll make a separate video about some of these different topics of how I kind of do deep dives into like keywords and even personal aspects of their brand. But you can kind of get a good idea of what kind of keywords they're targeting. And even if you wanted to go on Google Keywords Planner, you could figure out pretty quickly how much they're paying for each of those keywords. And then you could even figure out from there, based on their profit, probably, if you can figure out who their supplier is, then you could have a really good idea of how much profit they're actually making. And that's something I'll kind of dive into here a little bit. You can see they get a little bit of traffic from Facebook. I looked these guys up on Facebook. Their Facebook page is brand spanking new. They're not running ads on it. They got a Twitter page. They're on Reddit. There was one guy that posted asking if the site was legit on Reddit. But these are also all things that you want to look at. You want to look at to see if they're running ads on Facebook. How many ads are they running on Facebook? How old are the ads? Are the ads getting engagement? What type of ads are they doing? Are they just doing retargeting? Or are they doing kind of general content ads? And those are all things that we'll kind of dive into in different videos here. But secondarily, like the next thing that I would do here is I'd want to figure out who the suppliers are. So for me, and they've made it a little bit difficult, right? Because if I want to reverse search these images look pretty doctored to me. So, but they definitely look like a drop shippers. This site's definitely a drop shipping website, right? 100% a drop shipping website. This guy doesn't have a warehouse with all these products somewhere. He's buying it from medical suppliers and then selling it for a profit. Just kind of middlemanning it here. But if you're trying to find, what wholesaler he's going through, because you're not going to find these guys on AliExpress. You're not. These guys are probably going to be located somewhere in the US or the UK. But you want to kind of use these images and this copy to kind of figure out, okay, where's this guy getting his product? Now, initially, sometimes if the guy's sloppy, sometimes they just kind of copy over the exact title from the wholesaler site. So you can do a simple Google search, and kind of take a look around. For instance, this is the exact copy right here. And I mean, there's some hits here, but I don't think any of these guys are his exact medical supplier. And nothing seems like it's an exact match. Usually you would see copy pop up that would match it exactly, and then a product description. And I'm not seeing that. Maybe I could get rid of these dots here. Maybe that would make a difference. But these keywords are pretty general. I don't think I'm going to find out who a supplier is that way. The second thing would be using a site like TinEye. So TinEye is basically just a reverse image search, because they're probably, chances are, they're taking the images directly from the supplier's site. So what I'm going to do here is I'm looking for the right type of image, right? Because this image looks to me like a headshot, right? And then someone threw a mask over it. This is a Photoshop mask. You can really see the Photoshop in here. But this one especially. And then it looks like they, threw it in Canva and then threw in these check marks and this copy up top. So TinEye is probably not going to be able to identify this. It would be pretty difficult. So what I'm looking for are images like this. This looks like it was pulled exactly from, as is, doesn't have any copy added to it. Nothing was Photoshop or added to this image, except, maybe the stuff on the bottom. But even to me, that looks like it was done probably by the wholesaler himself. So I'm looking for images like that. So I'll probably just scroll through. This image is really interesting to me. Again, it's a headshot with a mask, but there's no copy. So, that might be done by this site itself, but there's nothing that indicates that it would. There's nothing in orange. There's no logo on it. There's no watermark. This might be an image to take a second look at. And then you want to go after products that maybe aren't directly related to their best-selling products. But what you got to understand is that these guys usually don't have a lot of suppliers. Usually they have like one or two wholesalers they're getting their product from. Nobody really wants to go through the hassle of having to place orders on 10 different wholesaler sites. It's just much more convenient if you kind of have them all in one place. So again, this image here, obviously it's been doctored by Flu Armor. You can see the same branding there, but I'm wondering if they didn't pull this exact image right here. So if I screenshot that, TinEye might be able to pick up that. And I already did try that, and I did not have any success with that. These are all images that are linking back to fluarmor.com. However, I did look up this product here. It was, I think it was on the respirator page here. Yep, right there. And so this came back with some interesting results. So More Medical, this looks like one of the first companies to have it out. And usually that means that these other sites are probably taking it from there. Garrison Pro, that's another interesting one. This I checked out. This is not a medical supplier, but these two are. So if you click on More Medical, it takes you to the landing page here. It says it's bought out by McKesson. And then if you go to McKesson, here you have a wholesaling site right there with their different supplies. And of course, it'd probably be under physician supplies or flu supplies. And then you can, kind of start looking at their catalog from there and kind of seeing if any of the products look similar or if some of the image looks similar to the type of products that are on fluarmor.com. But to me, this looks like probably one of their suppliers. I'm guessing they have a couple. It doesn't look like they have a ton of masks. I mean, maybe I'm just not scrolling down long enough. I mean, they have a lot of products, right? So let's just look up mask here. Yeah, so this very well could be. They could be just kind of taking other images and making their own images, but this looks like it could be definitely a possibility of where they're getting their product from. It's hard to say 100%, but this would definitely be, they're definitely getting their respirator probably from this site. If not some of their other masks. I'm not seeing this exact type of masks on that other site, but I'm assuming probably some of these other products are probably from McKesson. And again, what you'd want to do is you'd want to just kind of go through, and go through and look at some of the copy, some of this stuff here, see if you can pull any of that copy, and if it looks very similar to the copy on some of these other wholesale sites, then you're probably in the right area. A lot of stuff right here is what you're looking for. It's usually not in the initial copy up here. Sometimes the stuff is helpful, but typically the descriptions are where you'd want to pull it from, especially stuff like down here. This looks like just copy they're pulling from, it's kind of your general sales copy. But yeah, this is a really well done site. They're making a killing, and the morals behind the site are extremely sketchy. I mean, when you're thinking about it, they're selling masks for $25 per one mask. That's absolutely, I mean, that's price gouging at its finest. But these guys are making a killing. I'll probably make a video about the morals of drop shipping and the kind of the ethics of it, and just how to protect yourself if you're playing devil's advocate, and maybe why you shouldn't do it if you're I don't know if you're just getting into it. Anyways, it's a very fascinating topic. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please give me a like or subscribe. And also, I'm gonna try to make more content, kind of diving in to some of the keyword stuff. And also, just if maybe I'll find some examples where they're running ads on Facebook and how I kind of dive into that end, and maybe even like go the LinkedIn route and kind of dive into kind of more of a personal side, which actually provides a lot of really useful information as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and stay tuned for more. Thank you for watching.